employee loyalty can cause a lot of damage to the individuals and to companies as well. We just fail to think about it. I'm an organizational psychologist and I help companies to design modern workplaces so you guys can have a better employee experience and they can stop moaning about high turnover rate and low engagement rate. So let's dive in why employee loyalty might not be good for the employees. And the first question we should ask, how does employee loyalty look like? And is this really what we want? Employee loyalty, what we believe, and within this context, I mean the employees are staying, so it's tenure, right? And what is this really what we want? People to stay with us for a long time. I don't think anybody is employed for this reason. But how can it hurt you as an individual? So first of all, it can hurt your career progression. It can slow it down. We know people who stay with the companies and the progress is much slower as if you were changing jobs. The second one is that it can keep you miserable and under false belief. I have seen people staying with companies because they believed that their seniority is, in terms of the length of stay, it gives them some leverage. It doesn't give them anything. They were treated the same way as anybody else, and the career progression, the salary rise, everything was slower than people who jumped in and out of organizations. You will have a stagnant skill, knowledge, and expertise development and the way you think, it's also you're going to develop a tunnel vision because now you fall into victimhood of group thinking, right? Because if there's nobody else, if you are not exposed to other ideas, to other processes, to other practices, to other knowledge, to other skill requirements, your development and learning will stagnate. So you will learn, but it will feel more of an adjustment. And as for companies, it's the same. You are losing out on fresh talent, fresh skills. You create this, you inbred incompetence rather, because everybody will have the same skills, the same knowledge, the same ideas, the same way of thinking. And it's just not good for growth, for innovation, to address business challenges, for flexibility, agility, and all that. And you are blocking the talent pipeline, which nobody thinks about. And the worst thing we can do in organizations is block the talent pipeline with people who've been there for 25 years. They don't really contribute to the organization in terms of fresh perspective, fresh knowledge, fresh skill. And now I cannot hire a person with all that, what the company needs to move forward in this modern environment or changing environment, and that person leaves, or I can't even hire or promote. So blocking the talent pipeline is to the detriment of any organization. So don't be afraid of hiring from outside. Don't be afraid to move your talent around the organization, even if you don't move them out. But within, you can't just leave people, because that is the definition of stagnation. And where there is stagnation, there is no growth. And lastly, you can reward by putting out this message that we value loyalty. You can reward incompetence and no value added. We all know people in organizations that we are just waiting for that person to retire because that person doesn't bring us anything. We can't fire them, we can't do anything, it's too late. And I'm talking about those people who really just taking up a seat but not contributing anything. And if you reward that, as opposed to rewarding talent, skills, and change, and initiatives, and personality, and drive, and enthusiasm, and actual performance, then you have a real problem. So that's how loyalty can actually cause damage to you and to the companies as well.